So in here we've got some potatoes. Potatoes were already in the drawer and they had already sprouted. They already had those little sprouts poking out, which you generally call them eyes. And so when you just pop them in some soil and just leave them to it, inshallah, they'll start growing. And so this is a potato plant that's already, it's probably about 3 weeks old maybe, so it's already starting to really grow. And obviously as it grows, what you can do is you can see, like, once there's space, you can just fill more and more soil. What that will do is you'll end up getting more potatoes. So inshallah, I think we just leave these up until kind of they completely grow, and then once you start to see like the leaves and things dying, then you know that they're ready, and then you can just get them out. But inshallah, we've got some onions over here and over here as well. So we've got some normal onions and then we've got some red onions. They're just some little flowers that my daughter's done. There's some more onions in there, again some more flowers. And in here we've got just some stuff that I'm just testing out. So if I just lift this up, which is really handy in the winter, in the wind and stuff. So we've got quite a few tomato plants there. We've got some strawberry ones. I think it's the strawberry one, or is this a blueberry? But one's of them a strawberry, but you can see it's just sprouted just there. So alhamdulillah, they're getting there. That's a bigger one with tomatoes. Some that are cherry tomatoes and some that are normal tomatoes. And I think one thing that you can do maybe is something that you can learn from my mistake, is instead of actually doing it all in pots. So what I did was I got literally one pot roughly the size of this, and then I put lots of seeds inside, and then I had like quite a few sprouted in that one plant. And then what I realized was there's not enough space for all of them to grow, and I needed to kind of separate them into individual pots. That's my daughter sharing her flowers and stuff. Thank you. So what's best to do is get small pots, literally the tiny ones, the seedling pots, have lots of them, and grow your plants individually, because when it comes to them growing and needing more space, you can easily transplant them into bigger pots. What happens is when they're all clustered together, instead of being separate like what I did, when they're all clustered together, when it comes to actually transplanting them into bigger pots, it gets really difficult, because you end up like separating the roots out, and almost like it felt like I was literally ripping the roots out. And you want to kind of, you don't want to disturb the roots when they you know, when you're transplanting them, because you want to kind of maintain that integrity. If you look in this kind of little pot here, has like leftover soil and bits. You can see like kind of ones that have died or like come off, or you know, like, you know, little white bits that you can see. Don't know if you can see them, but there's little white strands, and those little white strands are part of the roots that were actually like separated. And so I'm not sure how well these are going to grow, some of these, but we'll see how they go, inshallah. But if you don't have a lot of space, then getting just like a little unit like this, just with a couple of shelves on, another plastic cover, does really well when you're stuck on space. You want to grow some stuff, and it just protects from like the really heavy strong weather and the wind, especially if you're in the UK and if you're in the north like I am. So just a few tips there, inshallah, starting this little planting journey, so we'll see how it goes.